Hey guys, I've been a bit under the weather, but I wanted to go ahead and put this message out because there's a lot of confusion that people have about karmics, and I just want to clear some things up, okay? So there's two ways you can look at it, but it's still going to be equal the same thing, okay? Some people look at it as though their karmics are the people they didn't feel that way about. You know, they weren't really emotionally invested in the person, and they consider those people to be their karmic masculines or karmic feminines. Okay, here's the thing, or other people look at it like this. They look at their karmic masculines as the people that they felt that way about, and the people didn't feel that way about them. Okay, that's the way I look at it. Okay, your karmics, you know, from the way that I look at it, is going to be the people that you feel a certain way about, and they don't feel that way about you. But if you look at it as though your karmics are the people you didn't feel that way about, then it's still going to be the same thing, because you just flip it around. If your karmics are the people that you didn't feel that way about, but they felt that way about you, that's the same way you're a karmic to someone else. Your karmics you didn't feel that way towards your karmics, and your karmics don't feel that way towards you. That's the way that's going to go. So it's the same way either way, because a lot of times people are quick to look at someone else as their karmic, but people have a harder time seeing where they are the karmic. So your karmic situations are going to treat you the way you've treated your karmic situations. You know, it's going to be the same thing either way you look at it. It boils down to the same thing, and it boils down to a one-sided type of thing, or one person getting the short end of the stick. So the way you can look at it is just going to be the karmic always gets the short end of the stick. Okay, the karmic is the one that's not going to be the priority. The karmic is the one that's going to be left out in the cold. The karmic is the one, you know, so whether you're the karmic, however you want to look at it, when you're in the karmic cycle yourself and someone's doing that to you, or whether someone else is in the karmic cycle and you're doing it to them. Okay, either way, the karmic is getting the short end of the stick. The karmic is not a priority. Okay, and the lesson for all karmics, however you look at it, is self-love. Okay, it is the lesson of learning to love yourself, and that is how you end up loving those who love you. And you know, you can love people that don't love you, but you wouldn't romantically be interested in them. Okay, there's a difference. You would not be, when you love yourself, you're not romantically attracted to people who don't love you, or where it's not reciprocated, or where, you know, you just can't. It's not something you'll have to battle yourself to do. When the self-love is there, it's not something you'll have to fight yourself with, or, you know, it's the same way you would lose attraction, the same way there's something else you can think of that makes you lose attraction. Okay, when you love yourself, it's that way. When people don't feel that way about you, it's hard to be attracted to someone who doesn't feel that way about you. So however you look at it, you know, the karmic is the one that the person isn't feeling that way about them. Okay, so people look at it differently, and some people say, well, then I'm their karmic, or then some people will say, well, they're my karmic. Well, however you look at it, it doesn't matter. The karmic is going to be the one getting the short end of the stick. Okay, it's going to be uneven for the karmic. I like to think of it as I'm the karmic when I'm feeling that way towards someone and they don't feel that way about me. Why do I think of myself as the karmic in that situation? Because I'm the one who's going to get hurt, and I'm the one who's going to have to learn the lesson. Okay, so I consider myself the karmic in those situations, because I'm the one who is going to have to learn the importance of loving myself, you know, through that pain, you know, through the pain of going through that, because it's painful to love someone who doesn't love you, which what I've learned in my own karmic situations is I didn't love those people anyway. I thought I did, in my karmic situations where people were not that way towards me, or I felt some way towards them that they didn't reciprocate, or I was showing up for them and they weren't showing up for me. In any of those situations, when I look back on it, I never loved those people. What happened was I was in need, okay? It would be points in my life where I was, love was kind of filling a void. I was looking for happiness. I was looking to be happy with this person. I was, and it was compulsive. Okay, in situations like that, it was a compulsive love. Like I was compelled to love in my karmic situations. And it was because the karmic pull is what was compelling me to love them. Or to think that I did, because when I look back on it, I really didn't. Once you come out of that karmic cycle, everything gets really clear, and you'll look back on it, and you're like, what in the world? Because a lot of times these people wouldn't even be your ideal. Well, they would be your ideal on an ego level, but they're not really truly your ideal on a soul level. Okay, so they're missing a lot of things, but you can't really see that when you're in that karmic wave of energy, because the karma is pulling you, because there's a lesson for you to learn. So you have to keep going until you get hurt, or until they completely go away, and you never hear from them again, until it gets in your head. You're going to be in that karmic cycle until it gets in your head, the truth of the situation, till you're really able to see things for what they are and accept that. Okay, there's a lot of things that keeps that karmic cycle going, where it's hard for you to do that. But the people that are, coming in your life, that you're there to show them that lesson, it's the same way for them. You're not going to feel that. You're not going to feel that way towards them. It's lessons to be learned. So people teach us lessons, and we teach people lessons. So just as we can be karmics to other people are karmics to us. And the same way that we have people that are karmics to us, to somebody else, we're a karmic. Okay, so when you look at how you were with your karmics, when you're someone's karmic, they're that way to you. Just because, this is the thing about it, just because the karmic never sees themselves as the karmic. Okay, the person who was a karmic to you, or that you saw as your karmic, which was the one that you didn't feel that way towards, that's the way most people tend to look at it. Well, to that person, you were not a karmic. That's the reason they kept trying, or that's the reason that they kept accepting you when you didn't really, you weren't really there with them. You didn't really care, or whatever the situation was, because they don't see it that way. They don't see themselves as a karmic. Just the same way when you are a karmic to someone else, you don't see yourself as a karmic. But for me, what I look at as a karmic, when I'm a karmic, I have a lesson to learn. So the karma is on me. I'm the one that's going to be hurt. I'm the one in the dark. I'm the one in the cold. I'm the one, left out. I'm the one moved on from. I'm the one, because the karma is, so I consider myself the karmic in those situations, because I consider myself to be the one who had the lesson to be learned. Okay. So it doesn't matter, though, whichever way you look at it. The one thing that will be the same in both situations is the karmic is going to be the one that got the short end of the stick. The other person didn't feel that way. Just as the people that I was a karmic to, I had a harder time letting go of or moving on from, because I had a hard time with my karmic lesson. It took me a while to really learn that and see things clearly. Though I was never sexually involved with any of my karmics. But yeah, so, people just look at that situation differently. I'll probably do another video on karmics later. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather. I just wanted to put that message out there. I'll talk about it some more later. But I think the best thing you can do to figure out if you're the karmic or if someone is a karmic to you is look at where the person who's getting the short end of the stick, because the karmic is going to be the one getting the short end of the stick. And if you want to break out of that karmic cycle, you'll have to get to a place where you're loving yourself enough to even be able to see the truth. Or you're going to either that, or you're going to have to hurt enough. Like sometimes you can push a karmic to the point where push the people that you're a karmic for to the point where they have to hurt you bad enough to make you get it. They have to kind of slap you into reality. Or you'll get it on your own, after that person is gone for so long or disappears, and you were trying to believe that they had some feelings for you, but how could they have feelings for you and they just abandoned you? Things like that. So you'll have to come out of that karmic cycle, which is what keeps you from seeing things clearly. And so you will think that someone is your divine counterpart because of how you feel towards them, and you'll completely negate that you're a karmic to them. Like, to them, you can be a karmic person that they don't really care that much about, or they're not really interested in that way. So that's that, guys. I hope it was helpful and insightful. Like I said, I'll have more information coming out later. I just wanted to put that out there. When I'm feeling better, I'll get up and do a little bit more. Thanks, guys. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Bye.